This platform has now paid out $1 billion to its content creators.
And the average creator makes $7,382. And guess what? It doesn't stop there. Some of the biggest names are backing it. Iman Gadzhi just became a new co-owner. Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank is now an investor, and Peter Thiel from PayPal Mafia is also backing it. So what's going on? Why is everyone calling this the digital mall of the future? This is a place where you can sell your digital products and a place where you can complete tasks and make money. So I flew out to Brooklyn, New York to see what's really going on. I got to see the office, I got to meet the team. Guys, the team is locked the fuck in. When I walked in there, I felt like I was seeing the next Facebook being built. And the coolest part was I got to sit down with the co-founder, Cameron, where he even got into some of the failures he went through to build this thing up to now $1 billion. And guys, this is just the start. So let's go to the Whop headquarters and see what's really going down and talk to Cameron and see what's coming next so you can start making money from this platform. Today we're at the Whop headquarters, about to check this place out, see what's going on in Whop and what are they really building out. Yo, what's up, Cam?
What up, Ajay? How are you, bro?
Good, bro. How do you feel, bro?
I feel amazing, dude.
Beautiful office.
Thank you, yeah.
Building an amazing company, like, how do you actually feel? You feeling pumped up every day? You excited? Like,
yeah, very like motivated and excited right now. I think this shit's like very intense. We're at like a really cool inflection point of the company where we've been doing this for 4 years. So it's like, how do we continue iterating on what we've built to get to the next level? But a lot of fun, really fucking hard, but it's amazing. Like,
yeah, you guys have some cool like new initiatives you guys are taking. I actually like them a lot. We're actually part of it a little bit as well.
Yeah.
So anyways, can we get a little office tour?
Yes, of course. Come in. This is our engineering war room. So
engineering war room.
Whatever projects are most important for the week, we do in this room. So this is Guillermo.
What's the most important project of the week?
Onboarding. We're redoing the onboarding.
Okay, as in, can you elaborate a little bit further?
When you sign up to Whop, you'll be asked for your name, you'll see your profile picture, just better overall experience.
Yeah, we're at the point where we get about 25,000 new users signing up on Whop every single day, which is like half a football stadium in some cases. So this is the engineering war room. So every Sunday we meet for about like 4 or 5 hours and we go over like the week's priorities and then whichever.
Sundays?
Yes, every Sunday. That's when we plan for the week. So that's the engineering war room. Then this is also product engineering, data, so a lot of people over here. Then this is a lot of growth folks, so people who, account managers, partnerships people, finance over here. This is our kitchen. We do team lunches on some days, so we had a lunch over here. And
today was pie day.
Today was pie day, so we have a ton of pie. And then I'll show you these rooms back here. So over here we have about like 8 phone booths. They're not that exciting, but they get the job done. So when people take phone calls, they do them over here.
Do you have your own office in here?
No, I don't. We just float around. This is our marketing room. It's kind of a shit show right now, but we do a lot of like video editing in here. We film podcasts in here and content. So then this is our partnerships room. So anyone who's closing creators and onboarding new people on the platform in this room, and then account managers work in this room, and then more marketing folks in this room. And there's a cool puppy over there, office dog.
Dude, I can see why you're so energetic every day.
It's
you got
so
your team
fun.
here, and you come here and you're talking around, and you're just floating around talking to everybody. So Whop's changed a lot over the last 3 years. So what is Whop exactly today?
Yeah, easiest way to describe it is like a social platform with payments. So we have about 25,000 creators who are on our platform that have Whops, that have users in them. There's about 3 million unique users per week hitting the marketplace. Wow. The creators on Whop today earn about $95 million a month. And so that's like our core business. And then within Whops, you can do a lot of really cool things. So you can chat, you can live stream. We recently added content rewards where you can pay people to clip your content, what you guys are kind of overseeing. So we're really trying to just build like the biggest mall in the world. So it's kind of like you might go to a physical mall and get food, go shopping for things, but like there's no big mall for all these internet products and digital products. We're trying to create like the biggest hub of digital products on the internet.
Yeah, because I know originally you guys were doing a lot of info, right? Like you guys selling a lot of info product, and you guys are processing now like over $1 billion in payments a year, right?
Yeah, about like 1.2 billion a year right now.
Nuts, congrats, bro. That's sick.
Thank you.
Sick. And you guys are doing a lot of info. And then you guys moved the initiative to, like you said, clipping.
Yeah, when we started Whop, we actually found a Discord server where people were buying and selling sneaker bots. So the first iteration of Whop was a marketplace where you could rent sneaker bots. With our creators on our platform, we're always thinking of ways that they can drive more top of funnel distribution. So if our creators can get more traffic, then they'll be able to sell more of their product. So we found out about clipping probably like 4 to 6 months ago, just found random Discord servers where people were doing it, saw what Mr. Beast was doing, what Andrew Tate was doing, genius model. So we initially built it just for like the creators on our platform. So I don't know if you guys know like TJR for instance, but like TJR is a big creator on Whop. He also spends like $50,000 a month on clipping, and he was doing that off of Whop. And we were like, what if we just brought that onto Whop, made it easier to pay people out? We're not like shifting the business to clipping. It's just like we've always been focused on helping creators get more traffic, and this I think right now is the most efficient way.
You just heard it from Cameron. Clipping, also known as content rewards, is quickly becoming the best way for online brands and online personalities to market themselves online. And here's the crazy thing. It's actually been around for a little while now. Andrew Tate was one of the pioneers for it. He had all these fan pages and people clipping content for them. And the way he paid them out was all affiliate sales. Neon, who used clipping to blow themselves up, he didn't have an affiliate deal, he just paid people per million. Meaning, if you generated Neon 1 million views, he'll probably pay you $1,000. And if you watch my previous interview, the founder of Tabs Chocolate also had clippers, aka what he called affiliates, clipping his content and getting paid to do it. And here's the craziest part. I also play a part in clipping. A lot of you don't know this, but I'm invested into a clipping company called Clip It, where we clip for people like Conor McGregor, Michael Jackson, rest in peace, Mickey Mace, and many more. Imagine having 100,000 people ready to post for you on a brand new Instagram page. I bet you at least 5% of them are gonna get you some reach. Clipping is a huge opportunity of having hundreds of thousands of affiliates and leveraging them to get you more growth, get you more sales, or etc. But I'll tell you guys one thing. If you got shitty content, you're not getting clipped. It's not even worth looking into. First, get your content right, and then look into clipping.
That's
sick. I know you have another pretty sweet spot upstairs.
Yeah, let's go upstairs. We can show this too if you guys want. This is our, it's called like Creator Studio. It's kind of like if you need to do more focus work, the office is chaotic. So we have 2 rooms over here.
Oh, nice. It's got its own like studio right here too.
A cool like piano.
Can you play piano?
No, Steven, my co-founder, he's like freak at piano. I don't know how to play piano.
Sick.
You
know how to code though, right?
I don't know how to code.
You don't know how to code?
Steven programs and Sharky, my 2 other co-founders.
Okay,
I'm on the growth side.
You're on the growth side, just making shit happen.
Yeah.
Bringing a customer.
Doing office tours.
See, Whop wasn't always this giant company that you're looking at right now. Cameron and his co-founder Steven started young at just the age of 13, reselling sneakers online and building bots to buy up limited drops before anyone else could grab them. So those pair of Kobe's he couldn't get, blame Cameron. He scaled his venture all the way up to 6 figures a month at just the age of 14. Yes, you heard that right. And soon after 16, Cameron decided to leave high school and go all in. Now this hustle of theirs, slowly but surely ended up turning into a marketplace where users could rent or buy the same bots they once used themselves. But it didn't stop right there. When they noticed creators selling access to communities and info products, they evolved that marketplace into what is known today as Whop, an all-in-one platform to sell courses, tools, memberships, and much, much more. So, we know what Whop is.
Yeah.
How is Whop making money right now?
We make money when creators make money. So we're not like a SaaS platform. We don't charge like a fixed billing fee. So when a creator sells access to a Whop, we get a 3% cut. So we pass on the credit card fees, 2.9% and 30 cents, then we get a 3% cut.
And you guys are doing $1.2 billion and you guys processing payments and 3% of that, you guys can do the math.
Whop's making some decent money. And I think some people, like if people do more money, they're obviously on lower rates, so we do custom deals.
Nice.
But yeah.
And how do you guys even bring like info products onto your platform? It's like info products I think was really what took the business like significantly bigger, right? Like you guys started processing like 100 million plus, primarily through info?
Yeah. We added the ability for people to sell access to Discord servers. That was all in the beginning, sneaker groups, like ticket groups, like reselling based groups. And then we got into trading a little bit. Some people started doing trading groups and we were like, this is interesting. And then sports betting communities. And we didn't really find out what info was, I would say, until like a year or 2 ago. Like it was we had no idea this world existed. We thought it was just like Discord communities and like Patreon, that kind of stuff. And then you learn that, oh, there's like people that sell courses and there's much bigger businesses. So that definitely opened a whole new world to us.
How much more revenue did it bring in? Like, did it like double your numbers?
Before we started focusing on info, we were probably doing like $10 to $15 million a month. So I guess like 9x.
That's crazy. Okay.
I think it's still much bigger too. It's still very.
Well, yeah, the info like online education is going to grow to like I think $1 trillion like market by like 2032.
I think colleges are like pretty fucked long term. If you're teaching people, like the rate of information changes so quickly. So with things changing every single day, colleges are just too slow to adapt. So right now, I think it's very normal for people to teach like e-com and all these like normal things. But when there's someone who signed up the other day that helps dentists get more customers, like I think it's going to become a lot more generalized, and people have really cool businesses around that.
When you started this off, right? There's obviously a lot of challenges people face. Like, what were some of the challenges you faced in the early days?
We had a marketplace. Like we had people selling bots, people buying the bots. Marketplace businesses are really hard because you essentially have 2 customers at all times. Like if you have a ton of buyers with no sellers,
you got to go B2B and then you got to B2C.
Yeah, you have to bounce back and forth. So I think in the beginning we had no customers. We had to get really scrappy. In the beginning it was kind of like a really funny shit show of we would go get a bunch of sellers, and then the sellers would join and start selling, and then we would have too many sellers, not enough buyers. We'd have to go get the buyers. And I think to be very specific with random examples, like in the beginning, people were renting out sneaker bots. So that would be like you renting out your Netflix account theoretically. If someone buys your Netflix account that's supposed to go live tomorrow, and you sleep past your alarm, and you don't reset your password, the person that bought it doesn't get access to it. So the most stressful, like the first 6 months, the most stress that I faced was if you sold 100 bots, 10% of people were going to forget to reset it. They were going to mess it up, and those 10 customers literally didn't get get their product, and they were pissed. And
Wow.
so what we did was we built an API where we hooked up with the actual software. So when you bought it, it automatically reset the key. And
Oh,
it would pay. And
nice.
so it's just like funny, like things you wouldn't expect. Like people are gonna get stuck in traffic and not be able to reset their, like stuff like that. So I mean, there's a million examples. Like we had a competitor that had raised like $15 million that tried to acquire us, and then we said no to them. They tried to sue us like 2 days, like right after that, they tried to sue us. So it's like you deal with like.
What was
shit.
that like, dude? That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Competitor tries to buy you.
Yeah.
And then you say no, we're good. And now they're suing you.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. It was annoying for sure. It was really annoying because we just didn't have as many resources then. But I think it's just like it's survival of the fittest. Like,
So how'd you get to that lawsuit?
We ended up acquiring that company like a year later. So
Oh, fire!
we went back.
Oh, let's go.
You'll be throwing different curveballs and all this shit, and it's really just like staying grounded and like you have to focus on like the outcome you're working. I think like that's the big thing.
So how do you stay like mentally like sharp during that time?
I mean, I think we've always been like Steve and Sharky, my two co-founders. Like when we moved to New York, when we moved the company here, we got an apartment in that building over there, which you can see.
Oh,
we
nice.
had 3-bedroom apartment. We had 10 people living there. And that was like, we were a family. Like it was just like, we're gonna get through this shit together. So we were all so fucking close, and this was like all we did every single day. It was like, we all live together, we wake up, we work, we go to bed, we repeat 7 days a week. So we've all been at this shit for a while. So it's like, there's no giving up. We're just gonna go until we like die or make it.
So you have 3 co-founders though, right?
2 other co-founders.
Yeah. Just 3 it's 3
totally.
founders together. You know, there's a lot of challenges in business. You know, sometimes people have different ideas, different visions. How do you guys handle disagreements with each other? Like if you have this idea and he's got that idea, how do you guys come to a conclusion of this is exactly what we're gonna do?
Bezos has like a great quote of like, he's like, the worst thing in the world is when I get into a meeting with someone and they're like trying to convince me of something. And it's like, I want people who seek truth. And I think that's what we all try to like work backwards from. Like there's no ego at play here. Like we're trying to do something that changes the world. Like in any conversation, it's just like seek truth. Like it doesn't matter whose idea it was. It doesn't matter who's right, who was wrong. It's just like, what is truth and how do we get to that as fast as possible? Once we're all aligned that this is what we want to work backwards from, we race against it. But yeah.
You know, what's a feature or initiative that you guys started that ended up completely failing?
There's so many.
So many.
Yeah, in the beginning, we had the sneakerbot rental stuff. That was great. Then we started something called Whop Prime, where you could pay $9 a month to get like 25% off anything on the marketplace. I think that was ahead of its time, so we paused that. Then we sold our own proxies. We did that for a little bit. That got to the point where it was making up like 0.2% of our revenue and like causing 50% of our engineering issues, so we killed that. When NFTs came out, we went very hard on NFTs. So then we added the ability for people to mint NFTs, a million other examples. But I think like Hunter, who leads our partnerships team, we met through NFTs. Like Brett, who leads our marketing team now, we met through NFTs. So it's like, yeah, the product like failed, but we met like so many impactful people. So I think the story of Whop is like, even with this clipping stuff and like content rewards, like we have no idea what will come of this. This might turn into a 10 times bigger business than info. Like what if Nike starts spending $10 million a month through Whop for paying people to repost their clips? That would be really sick.
I think it's very possible.
Yeah, I do too. I think it will happen for sure.
Yeah.
The way that people advertise will change a lot over the next 10 years. Like I think paid ads are like scrolling Instagram is not as fun as it used to be. Like you're just seeing random shit. 1 out of every 4 posts is an ad. I think there's really like unique new ways of people spending content. User generated content converts much higher and it's usually far cheaper than a paid ad. So I think that's really cool. I think, will this be around 5 years from now? Like I do think it'll be around 5 years from now. So it's just like a longer.
So you guys are thinking on a longer time horizon?
Yeah, like our long-term vision is we want like 1 billion people to be earning money in Whop. Earning money could mean you're selling access to something in Whop. It could mean you're making money clipping, you're completing tasks. So it just helps push us forward on the goal of like getting more people making money on the internet.
I love that. And when they're doing that, I want another interview.
Hell yeah, okay.
You guys raised $17 million from some pretty prestigious investors. Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, Peter Thiel from PayPal. Right? What was that process like?
A lot of people, I think, have it backwards. They ask, like, how do you raise money? Like, how do you go about doing that? And it's like, if you're building dope shit, people will want to give you money. And if you're not, people won't want to give you money. And it's like pretty straightforward. And you should take money if you think it can help you grow faster. So the process was fun. Like, we got very lucky. We very random, but again, like just another random rabbit hole. But we joined a program called, we tried to get into Y Combinator. We got rejected from Y Combinator.
Oh, really?
Joined a program called Z Fellows, which this guy Corey launched, which is like a cooler Y Combinator. And through that, we met him. It's funny, his acceptance email went to like spam, so we almost missed it, but we saw it. He introduced us to Justin, one of the co-founders of Tinder, Justin Mateen. Then through that, you get introduced to like Peter Thiel and like all these really cool people. So I think building product is way more cooler than raising money, but like sometimes raising money can help you build product faster. So people think raising money is really cool, and like you don't get any money in your personal bank account from raising money. Like it's like you're losing equity. Like you're giving up equity in your business for cash. So you should only do it if you think you can grow faster, and like it gives you access to like unfair advantages. Like,
so your advice to founders would be build cool, dope shit, and people will want to give you money.
Just build dope shit, and that will solve every problem.
So, is Whop profitable yet?
Right now, we're not profitable.
Is that because you're just spending so much money into growth and advertising, or?
I think. What up, Eddie? How are we?
What is
to say what's up.
What's up, bro? Right? Dude, so you're one of the, you're like the clipping guru for Whop?
I don't know.
So you're pushing the initiative with them?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm helping train more agencies.
Whop was profitable, now it's not profitable. If you don't mind, like, tell us, like, where's most of that money going right now? Is it going towards, like, getting new users, getting more businesses?
I think you test new, I think it goes through ebbs and flows where like you can spend money to grow faster. So right now we've scaled up headcount. We're at about like 75 people right now. So there's a lot of money that goes into salary. This office costs like $55,000 a month. So like when we were just starting, there were 3 of us living in a house. We had very little expenses. Like you spend money, you see the result. If it's not profitable, you kill it, depending on the time frame you're testing, and then if it is profitable, we double down. So I think right now we're just like, we're trying a bunch of different stuff, and we're very like long-term focused. So I mean, we hope to be profitable soon. Like I think that's what we're working towards. We don't spend money on stupid shit, but really,
you wear pretty simple clothes. He doesn't even buy shoes, actually.
No shoes.
He says no shoes. We're gonna save the money. We're gonna invest it back in a Whop. So I shouldn't even be wearing my shoes right now.
You should take your
I should take them out. Fucking throw them out. You're right. I love it. So just curious, what's the most amount of revenue Whop's made in a month now?
We don't share revenue numbers publicly, but I think right now we're doing about like $95 million a month in processing. So you can be on the platform.
$1 million a month in processing, dude. Does that just wake you up and you just feel so pumped up, like your company's fucking making that happen right now?
If you told me like 3 years ago that's what we'd be doing, I would have been very excited. I think when you get close to it, you're like, you just focus on like long-term
Do you ever feel
targets.
like it's not real? You're living in like a different reality?
It's more like gratitude than anything. Like it's not like, I think it's very real. Like we work very hard. Like, and Steven, like we've all been working together for a very long time now. So I think it's definitely, it feels very real. I think it's just like, this is the platform we would have used when we were kids. Like we had a Shopify website, we took PayPal payments, we would fulfill over email. It's like, we did this shit growing up. We drop shipped, like we did everything. Like,
so just an interesting question. What's the most amount of money you've ever made in a month?
Oh, that is a good question. I did a horrible job securing profits. During the crypto days, there were like 7-figure months, but like I fumbled it. But I fucked it all.
$1 million in a month?
Well, I didn't cash it out. Like unrealized.
That's crazy. Unrealized. Okay.
I think during the sneaker stuff, probably like a couple $100,000 in a month. Like probably like $200,000 to $300,000 in a month. But like it's also like I went through the phase of like spending money on stupid shit. So like
what's stupid?
Bought a Tesla. Just like
are you like right now? Are you like money motivated? Like what motivates you? Is it like making the money? Is it just like building the company?
There's the saying like the journey is like much more fun than the destination. Like I think like I would love to make a ton of money one day. Like I would love to have a ton of money, but I think like the chase of building this shit is so fucking fun. I love board games, I love video games. Like games are really fun. People are making $95 million a month on Whop. Like that's so fucking fun. Like can we get that to $1 billion? Can we get that to 10 billion?
Who do you see as Whop's biggest competitors?
There's really like 3 key pillars to Whop. We have top of funnel, which is like the marketplace, then you have payments, and then you have like engagement once you join a Whop. So I really think like where we're going, it's like a social platform with payments, and you combine all those together. So I think like X is trying to be like the everything app. Like I think they're trying to lean hard into that. I think like the cool thing about Whop is there's so many different types of content you can create. Like you can do a live stream in a Whop. You can pay people to clip your content. Like it's much more. It's like in Discord you add channels and they're all text. In Whop you add apps and they're all different, really unique experiences. Like there's games you can add to your Whop, like rank on the user board. So it's like this, we're trying to create this like really gamified experience. So I think on the competitor front, like there's a lot of competitors. Like there's a lot of like, we have a lot of different parts to our product. Like a lot of people use us to process payments. A lot of people use us to host a community. A lot of people use us for clipping now and all these different things. So there's, in our back end, like our data, we've built like kind of like a Shopify like product for digital products. So I think, have you guys ever used like WeChat before? Yeah. You use that to call your Uber, you use that to book your hotel, you use that to message your friends, pay people, shop. It's kind of like, that's like the true super app. So I think we want to, there was a building in the city that signed up a couple weeks ago that I saw on the marketplace where they were taking rent payments through Whop. And once you join, you get access to like the chat of the building. They have giveaways and shit like that. So,
and then now they can host their whole community.
Yeah, exactly. They have like
one
community
platform
for the building. Like everyone in the building's in a chat now. They have events, like an events app, and they could give a wheel where they give away prizes. We're creating a platform where people can sell access to things and create like really cool user-generated content. We want to build like the biggest. It's kind of like the super mall of the world, like where you go in and you shop, and shopping could be signing up for a gym membership. It could be paying for rent, and those are much farther down the line. It just makes every business like community driven. We're talking to a company called Base Body Works. They're big in like TikTok shop and all that stuff, like the shampoo and conditioner. They're exploring doing some like UGC clipping stuff on Whop, and they were saying like after someone makes money clipping our product, can we let them buy shampoo on Whop? And it's like, yeah, for sure.
Do you think you're like going too big now? Like do you think it's too broad, or like what are 3 focuses for the year? Like what do you guys really want to build?
Yeah, the only real focuses right now are 1, people selling access to Whop. So we want to get it's just earners. Like that's a simple answer. So I want more people earning money on Whop. Right now there's two primary ways you earn money on Whop. One, you sell access to a Whop, so you're a creator. Two, you earn money creating content, which is content rewards, clipping, UGC. So the only focus is how do we get more earners? I think there's like 23,000 earners on the platform right now. So how do we get that number to 100,000? How do we get that to 1 million? So there will be new ways in which people earn, but the most popular way today is like people selling access to a Whop, which is predominantly info, but now you have these weird new examples of like the building, and then two, the content rewards.
And the average person on a Whop makes what, roughly around like $7,770?
That's on the creator side. So if you're selling access to a Whop.
Speaking of what makes you stand out, you've closed $250 million in deal flow. I don't think you've ever talked about this on a podcast yet. And I'm curious, what was your secret strategy?
Yeah.
Closed $250 million in deals.
It's always been just getting like really close to the creators. So like go and like really get to know them, get to understand their business, understand their pain points, where they want, like what's holding them back from growing, and then building those things. I think you can't build a big business selling like a shitty product. It just doesn't work. So it's like, it was always like, start with the product first. Like in the beginning, when it was just Steve Sharkey and I, Steve and Sharkey would build programming, I was growing the platform. I would just talk to people every single day, find out what their pain points are. We would go build it, and then we'd go back to them saying like, hey, we built this for you and it's live, and like come use this.
Would you, so like, what do you know these competitors? Like let's say somebody, like would you consider a platform like School a competitor of yours?
I think thinking about it from the lens of competitors is very like defensive and reactionary. We think about it from the lens of like, how do we create the platform that helps people earn the most money on the internet possible? And if we do that, then people—
It's just more, you're more on offense. You're not thinking about like your competitors, or they're taking market share. Like, okay, how do we just create a platform that—
If we're thinking about competitors will innovate, then we'll catch up to the competitor and they'll have already innovated again. So like you're always playing catch up. Like if you're thinking about offense and doing your own shit, you might fuck up, but like when you get it right, like you got it right and you're like the first person to do it, and everyone will come as a result.
So you guys ever looking at competitors like that? Like,
for sure. I mean, yeah, you have to like be aware of what's happening. Like there'll be people who add something that's really cool and we're like, shit, we didn't think about it, and you add it quickly. But if you're making your decision based off of what competitors are doing, you're fucked. Like you're just gonna be behind.
With that being said, I know Whop makes money one way, which is through transaction fees, right? What are other revenue sources, like ways that Whop plans on making revenue over the next like 5 years?
Yeah. We only want to make money when people make money. So like, I think if there's more, we added content rewards. Like when people pay out clippers, we take like a small fee. Like I think there's like, when we create these new means in which transactions can take place, we'll take a take rate. So the way at least I think about it is like, if people are earning $10 billion a month on Whop, like we'll make a lot of money. I want the business to make money so we can like hire more talented people, we can grow, we can take on bigger bets, but it's not like, it's not, when I say we make more money, I don't mean like Cameron making more money, I mean Whop, so that we can take bigger bets and innovate more. But yeah, it's all about like, if we can help people earn more money, then we'll figure out a way to make money off of it.
I love that. It's so selfless for you. Like it's all about the bigger vision. I'm curious, you know, you've raised money for some pretty interesting people like Kevin O'Leary, Peter Thiel. Have they given you any advice along the way of like how to build Whop or any innovations?
The best advice I've gotten is to like not take anyone's advice, which is like I think the best advice. Like you have to make a decision because you think it's the best decision, or not make it because you don't think it's the best decision, and learn from your own actions. That's like the only real way to learn, I think. It's just important to like take advice and internalize it into like your own beliefs, and then make bets based on that. And then if your beliefs are right, you'll be successful. If not, you'll learn, and then your next one will be better.
Yeah, you just have the data in your brain, and now you just got to make the best decision for yourself. What's the worst advice you've ever gotten?
Still, that's a good question. The worst advice you've ever gotten. When our company started growing, I started reading like all these management books and like how to be a better manager and like how to like run these meetings. And I think a lot of that shit is like, I think it's like pretty BS. There was just like a lot of advice in terms of like how to like set up levels and how to set up titles, and I don't think any of that shit matters at all. Like it literally doesn't matter at all. Like all that matters is every single week as a team aligning what is the most important shit we want to work on this week to push the company forward, and not getting constrained like, oh, this person's title is account manager, they can only work on account management things. It's like, no, this person's focused on growth at Whop, and we can do anything to grow the company. So,
well, if you could go back in time and tell yourself one thing before you started Whop, what would it be?
It's gonna be fucking crazy. Like, that would pretty much be it. Like, it's gonna be a roller coaster. Like, I mean, today's been so much fun. Like, last week was horrible. It's really hard right now to stay focused, because there's literally every single day like tens of thousands of people yelling at us saying like, I love this, I hate this. So person one says, this is amazing, I love this, but I hate this. Person two says, I hate this, but this is amazing. Like at this stage, there's so many conflicting thoughts. Like it's very much the trenches. Some days are so fun. Some days you have to deal with really shitty problems. But it's like, it's the
What are
thrill.
some of the shitty problems you deal with?
if the website goes down for an hour and people are so pissed, the website was down for the last hour, like, are you gonna pay me back for the money I missed? Like, you're just gonna hear a lot of noise, and it's hard, and like, I empathize with them. Like, yeah, at the speed at which we're trying to move, we're for sure gonna make mistakes. Like, we're gonna make, like, the content reward stuff is off to an amazing start. Like, it could have easily flopped out the gate, and people would have been like, why the hell are you guys focused on this? Why aren't you making this thing better? And we're doing what we think is best for the creators long term. So there's always, it's really easy to talk and like give an opinion. So we have to make sure that we stay very focused amidst like.
That's awesome. Any like advice you'd give anybody else that's trying to build a business?
I would say just like always be doing shit. There's a good saying I love, which is like execution beats strategy. Like the best plan in the world will fail to like the best executor in the world, because like a plan is a bullshit. Like you can throw it out, but like execution is hard to like compete with. So if you have no business ideas, sell lemonade and like literally do some. It's like better than like trying to think of a big idea. Like we started Whop 4 years ago, but like we started working together 13 years ago. Like Whop would never have started if it wasn't for like the 9 years of bullshit ideas we did. Some were a little bit successful, most of them failed. So I would just say like do something. Like literally start making content on YouTube. Like literally try shit and you'll find rabbit holes. You'll go down them. Some of them will work amazing. Some of them will fail and you'll iterate. But that's the like we just never stopped building. Like we were always working on something no matter what. And even now still like we're all every day, every weekend, like no matter what, we're always like working on shit because you never know what will come from it.
Where's Whop? Cameron and the Whop's team vision is simple. In the next 5 years, people will wake up, open their laptop, and earn a living online. Not through the traditional jobs, going to college, and every other traditional route, but by building, creating, and contributing through Whop. From selling access to communities to completing creative tasks. It's a future where anyone can become an online earner, including you. Their vision and goal is to have 1 billion people earning money through Whop. And honestly, I'm excited to see it come true.
We only make money when you make money. So like if people don't make money, we make $0 and it'll always stay that way. And
that's why you should join Whopland to learn how to make more money.
Hell
There's
yeah.
a lot of ways to make money on Whopland. And who do you think we should interview next?
Oh, that's a great question. You guys should do this guy named Crypto God John. He runs a community called Wealth Group. He is like one of the biggest like crypto communities on Whop, but he's just like a very cool, unique guy, very smart, like super sharp.
So Crypto Guy John is the next interview?
Yes, he'd be great.
All right, bet. Let's do it.
Thank you.
All right,
This was
appreciate
fun.
it.
Thank you.
Awesome.